Okay, Meir Ezra from heaven. I'm in Cape Town again, and we've been doing some kite surfing and lots of sun and lots of fun. So today I want to talk to you about a very amazing subject, validation. I've been talking to you before about validation, and I told you that validation is important, and you know from your experience that validation is important because what you validate grows and so on. But there is something really important that I notice that people don't really understand, and it is who you validate. The only person you validate is the other person. It's not you, because you know, and when you know, you don't need validation. And when you say I need validation, actually what you say, I don't know, and it is a lie, and lies don't resolve anything. So you need to validate the other person, because the other person don't, if he's not in a good condition, it is only because he's not certain yet. He doesn't know. Yes, certainty is a condition where you know for no reason at all. You just know. You know how to sing. You know how to speak. There's no reason for it. You just know. So that's certainty. Once you have a certainty about something, you know, and you don't need any more validation. If you need the validation, it means it is not you. You don't know, because you are the thing that knows. And the nuance about this validation is not you validating not what's right, not what's wrong. You validating the other person viewpoint or the other person knowingness. So you don't need a reason to validate. If the other person thinks A, you validate it. You don't agree with him. You don't necessarily support him or anything. You just validating. You say, I heard you. Now, when you say I heard you, what you do, you actually discharge this thing the person wanted to say. And the moment that you discharge this thing the person wanted to say, you enable him, or you open the door for him to know. And once he knows, he cannot do anything that is less than perfect. So when a person doing anything that is not perfect is only because he does not know, and it is because he have been invalidated in the past. So the recovery, the restoration of a person, you can say native abilities, or the restoration of the ability of you, or the restoration of the knowingness, which is you, had to do with validation. And the destruction of a person is definitely 100% composed of the sum of all invalidations that person experienced. So for example, let's say my wife is doing something for me, and from my viewpoint it's nothing. She's supposed to do it. So if I don't understand that my viewpoint is irrelevant here, but what's important is me helping her to know, then I will not validate her, because she's supposed to do that. But if I understand the concept, I will validate her viewpoint, and validate it, and validate it, and validate it, and will find it unbelievable. And at one moment, you will see that she will improve to a point where she will do everything perfect. You have an employee, and of course he is supposed to come to work at 9 o'clock and do his job, and that's just normal. There's nothing to validate. But from his viewpoint, it is important that he arrive at 9. If you don't validate it, he will stop coming, he will be late, he will destroy, etc. But if you validate the obvious, the thing that is, from your viewpoint, don't even need an explanation or don't need validation. If you find things to validate with him, including those things that are most obvious, you will see that person will become your best friend, your best employee. And if you will not, you will see this person will become your worst enemy. So validate. That's my message to you, not yourself. Because if you validate yourself, you actually say I don't know, and it is a lie. And lies never solve any problem. You know, and you cannot lie to yourself. So you know, because the thing that knows. You cannot lie to yourself. What you should do is only validate other people, and when you validate them, you validate their viewpoint, not yours. Become a radar for things you can validate, and your life will improve tremendously, because at the end of the day you will discover those other people you validate actually part of you. That's all for today. Thank you.